What's up guys, it's Jagus back with another 1v1 video. Today we're looking at this match on Fata Morga, same as the last video, but I really like this map a lot, as you obviously know. Today we have Alkimand as Space Marines on the top side, with his opponent PunisherXxX as Eldar on the bottom side. Punisher going for the aspect portal, 1 generator, 2 bone singers, and 2 guardians plus fleet of foot. Alkimand obviously dropping the barracks, 1 generator, 2 builders, yes, and 1, 2, 3 scouts on the way. So this is one of my favorite matchups to watch because, I don't know, Space Marines versus Eldar, you don't really know how it's going to turn out. Like, is Space Marines going to go for Assault Marines? We know now he's not because he doesn't have the armory, but it's sort of like, before the game even starts, you just wonder like what sort of strategies are each player going to choose. Eldar going for the Rangers in this case, no Dark Reapers right off the bat. Maybe both players are anticipating that kind of meta build. Space Marines expecting the Dark Reapers from Eldar, and Eldar expecting the Assault Marines from Space Marines. So yeah. Infiltration being made for the Rangers, obviously you need that. Kind of feel like Rangers are incomplete without it. And Punisher does reinforce the squad up to full by the looks of it, having them on Overwatch. Going over to Space Marine side here, he's captured his forward points, built the listing posts. This one still has to be completed. And building a turret next to the relic. But the Rangers have already made it to this side. Unfortunately, Alkimand won't be able to detect them just yet. Instantly starts making a skull probe here. And he also went for the Force Commander, who is now running down this right side. And very nice, manages to get a decap on this point. Eldar didn't manage to build the listing post in time. So that's very good. Will stall Eldar's requisition there a bit, but the Rangers spot the skull probe, will fire off a few shots at it, but they don't manage to take it down, so they will have to run away from the detection. It looks like they will be coming back to this side, where the Force Commander is now picking off a few guardsmen. Looks like that scout squad did go down, a little bit unfortunate for Space Marines. But he does have 2 more left on the field to do whatever they need to do. Later on, maybe we'll see some snipers come out. Eldar now getting a Dark Reaper squad onto the field. I guess once he saw that there were no Assault Marines and that the commander was out this early, he realized that Alkimand wasn't quite going for the Assault Marine build there. So Dark Reaper squad does come out, and already the Force Commander's health taking quite a bit of damage there. Meanwhile, the Rangers also bringing his morale down. And on this side, Guardians probably trying to go for the decap on the relic, but the heavy bolter turret manages to get made. So now Space Marines has a pretty solid defense on that side, up until obviously the game enters tier 2, but for now should be fine. Force Commander in a bit of a dangerous situation here. Maybe he wasn't being microed properly, but already his health is below halfway. Alkimand has to really be careful that he doesn't lose the Force Commander. It would be pretty expensive to replace him. Falls back to the heavy bolter turret, but Eldar takes no notice. He's going to keep trying to chase this Force Commander down. 1 Dark Reaper does go down. Make that 2. 2 go down there. Force Commander was going to run up this way, but if he was to run up that way, Eldar would be able to chase him no problem. So I suppose he's running in the direction of this turret and this listing post to at least take out a few Eldar models until his demise right there at the hands of the Dark Reapers. Pretty sad. One Guardian squad almost gets wiped out by these scouts. However, they do manage to escape and reinforce. And these Rangers and Dark Reapers just fleet of footing around the map, chasing down these scouts. Skull Probe floating around, trying to find those Rangers. But as you can see, the Eldar units outrun these scouts. Scouts being quite fast on their own, but Fleet of Foot is a little bit too quick.
We are under enemy fire.
At the moment, Eldar doesn't have LP2s on these outer points. In fact, he's just got the one LP2. Didn't manage to capture this relic yet either. I guess that's what those scouts were doing, causing a bit of trouble on that side. Doesn't look like any... Oh. Alkimand now going tier 2. Just building the armory now, but no sniper research by the looks of it. I'm pretty sure these guys would have sniper rifles by now, if that were the case. But looking at the economies, plus 74 to plus 24 Eldar. Excuse me. Plus 110 to plus 40 for Space Marines, so Space Marines in a much, much better position economy-wise. Getting the final LP2, yeah. Very quick on getting his LP2s up, Space Marines. Bonesinger casts a cheeky little Wraithbone on the turret. As you can see, the gun can't fire now, because I guess all the bones are jamming, or whatever the heck that ability does. Yeah, pretty funny stuff. But as I was saying before, that turret was useful for the early game, but then, you know, once the Wraith Tomb comes, once the Fire Dragons come, the turrets don't really stand a chance anymore. So yeah, Sacred Artifact gets dropped now, and Chaplain on the way, and the Bionics upgrade being done. Eldar's still not managing to build the listening post on this relic. It's going to set him back quite a bit. Only plus 80 to plus 20. Still no LP2s on these outer points. I think that might be game changing, to be honest. Being this slow to match Space Marine's economy. But so far it looks like he is taking out a fair few Space Marine units. If you ignore the fact that he did lose a bunch of Guardians a couple minutes earlier. And so far Space Marines, yeah, he's being a bit conservative with his troops. I think, yeah, he's going for the Grey Knights. Playing a bit of a ticking game by the looks of it. Skull Probe infiltration being made, and a Machine Cult now being dropped. So he will be doing the bare minimum in terms of his troop management. This is pretty economical for him, I like it. Gotta use those resources sparingly. Maybe we'll see some Tempests to help with the Grey Knights. Grey Knights are already anti-infantry, so he doesn't need anything else, just the Tempest to deal with the buildings. Tempests with crack grenades. Eldar with the Dark Reapers and Rangers on this side, plus a Falcon Grav Tank. Going to attack this listening post. Try to destroy Alkimand's economy a little bit. But the Grey Knights will come over to help. Dark Reapers and Rangers hiding inside the Falcon Grav Tank. What vehicles? Yep. There we go. Tempest now on the way. Very deadly combo we're about to see here. Crack missiles obviously being added to the Tempests. And now what will Eldar need to deal with this? Makes the Harlequin. Going straight for the Warp Spiders. I was going to say Warp Spiders would be good with dealing with the Grey Knights. The only problem is you need to have enough warp spiders, maybe 2 squads, with some reinforcements added to the squad. Falcon Grav Tank doing a fair bit of damage to the Tempest, but it's not going to be enough. He needs to jump it out of there. Unfortunately, it goes down. Rangers inside will manage to stay infiltrated though, which will help them. So far, still these 2 points, no LP2. I guess Eldar really wants to save the requisition to get the... well, I thought he was going to get warp spiders. It looks like he's sacrificing his economy for getting better units out. Makes 1 Wraith Lord. Going to give it the Bright Lance add-on. Very good anti-vehicle weapon. We'll be able to deal with these Tempests. Harlequin tries to do the kiss on the Grey Knights, but dies before she even gets close. Now the first Warp Spider squad comes out. Plus 126 to plus 79 for Alkimand, compared to plus 92 to plus 53 for Eldar. Can't really reinforce the Warp Spider squads right now because his economy won't allow it. It just doesn't have enough float. Dark Reapers and Rangers get caught out on this side of the map. They're a little bit squashed over there. Look at how terrifying these Grey Knights can be. Definitely don't want to be caught in the middle of that. Tempest will focus this Wraith Lord, as will the Grey Knights. Seemed like a bit of a waste for the Wraith Lord, but it does, 1 Tempest does go down. Eldar doesn't want to be losing too many of these Wraith Lords. They're pretty expensive for power, which he doesn't have at the moment. Nice. Bright Lance. Bright Lance add-on added to the turret. Very good against vehicles, but not so good against infantry. At the moment, guys, I feel like this is a pretty one-sided battle. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like Eldar is being completely outclassed in terms of economy. But now come the Warp Spiders. Look at the damage. Absolutely destroys these Grey Knights, and they're able to jump again in the path of the retreating Grey Knights. Alkimand probably knows that they're going to die, so he tries to do some final attacks. But they all go down. Librarian left. Yeah, it doesn't last long at all. Eldar did lose his Wraith Lord earlier. Will he make another one? Yeah, he'll make another one. He doesn't really have much in the ways of anti-vehicle right now. Meanwhile, Punisher makes a Predator. Yeah, that makes sense. This will be able to deal with the Eldar infantry. And they're also, Predators have a lot of health, 5,820. Eldar not having any anti-vehicles means the Predator can just push his troops away. Are we going to see some Fire Dragons? No Fire Dragons, just more Wraith Lords with the Bright Lances. That should be enough to deal with these Space Marine vehicles.
We are under enemy fire.
But Alkimand is already tier 3, is already remaking the Chaplain. And I think I saw something getting dropped, maybe some Terminators. Yes, indeed, as predicted. Force Commander also out. While Eldar did manage to kill those Grey Knights, Space Marines was already able to go to tier 3, so now Eldar's going to struggle to keep up with this tier 3 Space Marines army. Wraith Lords now coming on this side, using their Bright Lances to take out that turret. Unbeknownst to him though, Alkimand did drop some minefields. Yeah, pretty deadly stuff when you're not expecting it. It does bounce his units around a bit. We'll even get the squad wipe on one Dark Reaper squad by the looks of it. There we go. No problems at all. Both Predators focusing these Wraith Lords. Actually, the Bright Lancers aren't doing too much damage to these Predators, surprisingly. Obviously, Predators have some of the highest vehicle armor. So he's going to need a little bit more than that to punch through those units. Makes a third Wraith Lord. Starts adding the Bright Lance to that as well. But he will have to repair these damaged Wraith Lords for sure. Still no LP2s on these outer points. I'm not sure why he left it that way for that long. This one not even an LP2 either. Loses this relic. Yeah, wow, what a crazy crazy game. I didn't think this game would be this one-sided, but maybe Eldar can still pull this out of the bag. We'll have to see. Warp Spider's caught between a bit of a rock and a hard place here. We've got Predators on this side, Tempests on this side, Terminators on this side. Fire Dragons now finally into the battlefield. I think these guys have better DPS than the Bright Lancers compared to the sort of burst fire rate of the Wraith Lords, but you have to actually keep the Fire Dragons alive for that. Alkimand, no pressure, remaking all these buildings on this side. Puts another turret back up, but Eldar will make another attack on this left flank. Alkimand moves his army to meet the Eldar forces. Still these Predators in very good condition. Not going to go down anytime soon. 3 Wraith Lords now coming in with the Bright Lancers, trying to focus down one Predator here. Oh, that's nasty. Orbital bombardment gets cast right in the middle of these Warp Spiders. Direct hit on one squad. Oh. And this is just very difficult for Eldar to get past. Terminators, Assault Terminators. He needs to be tier 3. Needs some Bright Lance platforms, the mobile ones, to help with taking down these vehicles. But I don't think there's much Eldar can do at this point. He did well getting the Warp Spiders out, but at this stage, Space Marines just has too much. Space Marines now moving in with the 2 Predators. And we have a little bit of an engagement here. What's that ability? Oh, the Psychic Inquisition? From the Grey Knights. Wraith Lords almost take down this Predator, but it does manage to get away. Meanwhile, Warp Spiders and Fire Dragons making a push on the right side here. But no problem for Space Marines, he can catch up in time to save it. Terminator's raining fire on these Fire Dragons, while the Warp Spiders take out this listening post. But they will pull back once they see the big hulking Terminators plonking towards them. On this side, plus 134 to plus 78 for Space Marines. He's having the time of his life with his economy right now. Doesn't even feel the effects of this LP going down. Makes more skull probes as well. And Eldar only now going tier 3 with an economy of plus 79 to plus 51. It's quite amazing how long he managed to survive on this economy. But Alkimand is already tier 4 with the las cannons on the Predators. Teleports with Wolf Spiders in the middle of this Predator. Takes out the 2 builders that were repairing it. But unfortunately the shurikens of the Wolf Spiders won't penetrate this heavy vehicle armor. And now Space Marines moves in. Grey Knights, Terminators. Speeder Tempest. Eldar still not managing to capture this point. Damn. Bit of a struggle there. Bone Singers being made. Haywire grenades being researched. Does Eldar still have a chance, I wonder? Still no Bright Lance platforms. Oh, there we go. One Bright Lance platform being made. That'll make it a bit easier to deal with those Predators. I get the feeling... yeah, the Land Raider was on its way. I figured that was the case. That should be game over. No way Eldar can deal with that. Plus a Whirlwind coming out.
We are taking damage.
Once Eldar sees this Land Raider, it's probably going to be GG. Seems like he might have left already, by the way his units are idling. Look at the range on that Whirlwind. Pretty crazy artillery unit. The knockback on those Whirlwinds are pretty crazy. No, there go the Warp Spiders. They do teleport in. But look at that. Couple seconds just reduced to almost nothing. Pretty bold push from Eldar. I mean, that's what you gotta do, right? But he does leave. Punisher does leave the game, and looks like, surprisingly, it goes to Space Marines. Who would have thought? So there you go. As I was saying, I don't know. I guess I thought it would be. I didn't expect the game to go this way. But it's done and casted, so there you go, guys. Alkimand, 120 units killed, almost 3 times the amount of Punisher. It's crazy. And also, his resources, much more superior. I'm not sure why, again, Punisher didn't upgrade his points. Also, he did struggle to capture that relic. So, right then and there, it should have been obvious that this game was going to go to Space Marines. But there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.